Hi there.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Flying Frog video. Last Friday we received on Xbox this FlyingIron F6F Hellcat. Now I have been waiting for this one to come out since I heard it was coming, and because it's one of my favourite World War II aircraft. I have it in the past. I've owned two models of this particular aircraft for radio controlled flying, and currently I still have one of them in my garage, even though I don't fly anymore. Now, I was a bit in a quandary on what to do about this review, as currently as it stands, this aircraft is not ready, basically it's not ready for us on Xbox. There is a fault which I will be showing you guys, which will be restricting me in not flying it in this review. At least I'm going to do a two-part review. I'm going to do just run through just a few things here on the ground, and when they update it, which I'm sure they will, I will be doing a flight review. So, as I said, this one appeared on the marketplace last Friday, so we're talking middle of October 2022, for 46 Australian dollars, or approximately, I think it's around $30.50 American, about 30 euro, and around about, I would say, £20, give or take. Anyway, so let's get on in, have a look at the modelling, and as per usual, FlyingIron do a fantastic job with their modelling and their details. So let's get on in. Now, first impressions, you get to see it looks filthy. It's had a hard life. And what we'll do is we just hop on through here, get a close look at the double Wasp engines, and boy oh boy have they got some power. Now this is the same engine setup that the F4U Corsair uses, and the Thunderbolt, just for those people who didn't know. Now this FlyingIron have also given us 14 liveries. 4 are the same, which are the Blue Angels, and then we have various ones from different flying groups off of different aircraft carriers, including this one, and there is a drone as well, which is a filthy orange looking thing. So, but the weathering on this is really well done. There is one thing though that I am a bit disappointed in, and we have no guns showing whatsoever. We don't even have dummies or even broomsticks sticking out of the wing. Now, in all honesty, it's not FlyingIron's fault, but Asobo, you need to at least let this show that there is guns, sticks, dummies. It doesn't matter. It is a warbird, and it is historically needs to be accurate. It doesn't have to fire guns. It can just replicate them. Okay? And that to me is a big letdown, and as I said, it is not FlyingIron's fault at all. But let's hop on down and have a look at the wheels and underneath, like I usually do. Now, number one, I mean, look at the heat damage from the exhaust. that is well done. I like that. Even when you look at the painting of the face there, you can see that someone slapped it on with a bit of paint, as they would have done back then. As you can see, look, there's double edges, and yeah, it looks roughly done and done over a few times, and it looks like it's been painted, not just been put on there with a, you know, by a computer. Now to me, this wheel looks perfectly round. There's no jagged edges or anything like that, so that's really good. Now we'll just come back on around the grease nipples there, and we'll just come back and just have a look at the detailing underneath. And generally what we'd come to expect these days, it's not too bad. So, and as you can see, the plane looks disgusting. It's like it's covered in salt air, it's got a layer of dust all over it, and it's had a hard life. Now the Hellcat itself was designed by, well, done by Grumman, and it was also designed to go against the Japanese Zero. It is well armoured, so the whole thing was designed as well to not only be powerful, but also to make sure that the pilot came home. So the glass, the cockpit itself is bulletproof, and there's armour all around the cockpit. There's armour around the oil cooler and oil tanks as well, and the fuel tanks were self-sealing as well. And as you can see, you know, we've got the stronger tail wheel there for carrier landings and such. Now the wings themselves do fold for us on Xbox as they do on PC. So what I do is just come on in a little bit closer there. You know, not too bad. I think FlyingIron have got the fidelity fairly close. I love the panel lines. The panel lines look so realistic. Even on the wing here, there's boot marks. Look at that. There's just boot marks. And up further here, we got, it's a bit hard to see, but there's handprints. You know, you can just see it up there. Just up here. Let's come up. There's a handprint almost right in front of us. You know, and some other aircraft it's a lot easier to see, and some it's not. But that is just great. That is really fantastic. So kudos to FlyingIron for the effort that they've gone into. I like the dents where they've done the rivets up, or the screws, and it's just dented the aluminium. It's more evident up around the cowling of the engine up here. Let's come up top here. You know, you look at that, you can see the dents whether they've done up the either the rivets or the screws, which is fantastic. So what I do now is you know, hop on in. I'll start her up and I'll show you the issue that we have with this one, and then we'll, like I said, I won't be taking it for a flight, so this will be a two-part review. The next part of the review will be of the flight when they do the release of the update, so we can fly it, because currently inside the cockpit, for me, it is not flyable. It just does my head in. So what we'll do is we'll hop on in and have a look on the inside. Rightio. Here we are on the inside, and to be honest with you, there's about the right amount of weathering in here. You know, we've got our scuff marks where the boots would be on the floor, which is about right. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we do have a checklist, so we can come up here. We can select our checklist, engine start, so I'll just point it out to you guys, so we can just point on down to there, and it takes us to it and it highlights it in blue. which is fantastic. Okay, so we can do all of that type of thing for our cold dark starts or starts. So that side of it does work. Okay, seeing as we on Xbox don't get any downloadable files, we could go to the website for those who do have computers and download a PDF file. Now, let's come on in a bit closer to the gauges. See, the gauges themselves are clear, clean, well done. Not a problem at all. Fairly easy to read, and yeah, representative of the aircraft. Now, like I said, the wings do fold, so we do have a what's happening here? It's not allowing me to turn for some reason. It's playing because I'm right. I need to reset my angle of view. Right, now then, we do have our tablet, which is down here. So out it comes, and we can click here for our tablet as well. We don't have to actually just go down there and click it, so we can hide the tablet just by hovering in this area here. Now we got our usual, for those of you who are familiar with the FlyingIron tablets, everything operates identical. Okay, so we can do our engine starts, we can do, prepare for takeoffs or whatever we'd like to do. Then we do have our again, these are our type of speeds, gives us information and stuff like that, our live data, our stats, loadout. You can change your fuel levels here if you wish. Okay, our autopilot, we have a basic autopilot like all other aircraft, like the Lightning and the Spitfire. Very simple. Turn it on, hold level, things like that. The only thing you don't have is it won't follow a nav course, but that's what you're heading for, and you guys get to know what I mean. Okay, now the maintenance thing, I'm not 100% certain. I've not flown this. I've tried to fly it a little bit yesterday. Like I said, I spent all day yesterday wondering how was I going to approach this to do this review. And then I thought, no, I'll just do it as a two-parter. And that's to be fair on FlyingIron as well. Okay, but I'm wondering if we're going to get some type of show of wear and tear, and we just need to click on it just to rejuvenate it. And that would be nice. Hopefully we do get that. Right, and of course here we can, we can put in our World War II pilot, or you can put in the default pilots, gun sight or GPS, which you can do here, which the GPS would come up to there. You can do your dynamic engine stresses, so you can, put on damage. So they will damage if you, and fail. It will crash if you damage the engine. So you can do that. You turn it on or off. So we can select it off there. Okay. Currently at the moment I've got it on, but that's the way it comes in the default, and we can just change then the brightness here. Right. So I'll show you what we'll do here. We can just click on here. Let's see if we can bring it up. Hide the tablet, so you don't even have to click on the tablet. Now, I have worked out my views on my Velocity 1. For any of you who does have the Velocity 1, on the default side, so on the left hand side of the POV hat switch, you can, you do your usual selecting. Alright, we get to this position here. Then there's the switch underneath, which then allows me to rotate through all these different viewpoints. Now, while we're here, the circuit breakers are clickable and functioning, which is fantastic. Okay, it's full for our lights. Alright, radios. I'm not really sure where that one's aiming at, but we'll get to it all. Cow flaps. Okay, so let's just go back. I will start this one because I do believe where the fault may be. So I think what we do is we click up on the switch that's underneath my hat switch, so we can open up our cowl flaps, and this is all getting ready for starting. We've got our fuel, which I'll actually get in and start it now. Right, so fuel's off. Let's bring her on to reserve. Okay, now we can open up some cowl flaps. Open up the oil cooler. Now, I know I haven't turned on the battery yet, but we can turn on a fuel pump here. Then we have our magnetos here. So they're onto both. Right, now our battery, which this will help me get in there. There we go, there's our battery switch. So turn on the battery switch, and you can just hear the fuel pump running. Okay, and then we can prime it. And that tells you we're ready. You can flick the switch. So what I'll do is I'll just head on back out here. Let's come back. Now hopefully we can see this one start, because we get a great puff of smoke on out. Now then, I'm trying to... Where's my red switch? Where are you? There it is. There's my switch there. Right. I think there's my switch. Right. Clear prop. Okay. Now, you saw that juddering up and down. That is the problem. Now, currently at the moment you go, oh, what's the problem? It's stopped jumping up and down. Okay, so increase the throttle. Well, we'll let it warm up a little bit, but increase the throttle. There we go. As soon as I touch the throttle, we have this jumping up and down. Now, I can't fly it like this. Okay, and that is the reason why I won't be doing a flight today. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll kill the engine. Alright, and see, it's probably got something to do with the camera views, and tied in with the motor or the prop itself. I'm not 100% certain on that, but now what we can do is I'll show the wings up. So let's see if I can get on down there. Alright, now let's try this. So that's our light switches, various other switches. So let's just flick that one back over. I'll leave the battery on. Now, while we're here, the flight I did do yesterday, and I'll go through more of that when I actually do the flight. I had to put in some aileron trim because it was just kicking off to one side because the motor's got one hell of a lot of torque. Right, so what we do, let's bring that and then bring that one, and hopefully we'll kick on outside. There we go. One wing and the other wing. Look at that, that's fantastic. So yeah, that's really nice. I like that as well. Right. And there's our World War II pilot. So we'll go back on in now. So at the moment, I think that's about as far as I'm going to go with this this little piece of review. So far, I'm looking forward to the rest of the flight and actually doing its flight characteristics. Because I've really wanted, been waiting for this one itself, and as a radio controlled model, particularly, okay, it was only EPO foam, but it was very good. It was a good, it was actually my first Warbird. So now I'll just bring back these. Now our canopy is here as well, so let's just head back out and watch them. Are they going to go back? Ooh. Okay. No. Did I do that in the wrong sequence? No. Okay. Okay. I relocked it. That's clever of me, wasn't it? Right. So let's put you down there. There we go. Okay, don't lock it first. Let it lock into place. Right, then we come back in. And then lock it into position. There we go. Okay. So, at the moment, I apologise that I'm not going to go any further. As you can see, it's starting to trying to flicker at the moment, and yeah. So, look, guys. Yeah, as I said, I apologise that I'm not going to take this any further. I could fly it from the outside. We don't get the juddering on the outside, but I want to fly from in the cockpit as well, and so you guys can get a full experience on what it's like on Xbox. But currently, it is up to the standard of the P-38 Lightning and the Spitfire, and I have no doubt that we will have an update very shortly, if not this Friday, Thursday for you guys in the United States, Friday for us here in Australia, that we'll have an update for this fix for this little judder. If not, it'll happen very soon, and I promise that I will do the second part of the review for this this Hellcat when that is available. And on that note, please everyone, please like, comment, subscribe, join me on my Discord channel. If you are having this issue, don't worry, you're not the only one, and let me know if people aren't having this issue, and also join me on my Discord. The link will be in the description below. I finally got that one right. I nearly tripped over my tongue though. And everybody, please stay safe.